A pleasant good afternoon to each and everyone viewing on the Barbuda channel, Facebook, and YouTube, and those who are listening on Abundant Life Radio. Good afternoon. My name is Star George. Today here at the Barbuda channel, we are talking about 2025, the year in review here at the Barbuda channel. And joining me is none other than Apostle Clifton Francois. Good afternoon, Mr. Francois.
Wonderful. Good afternoon to yourself, Star, and let me say publicly welcome back, and also good afternoon to all our viewers and listeners at this time.
All right, thank you for welcoming back. So, Apostle, Barbie the channel has been around here since I was a little girl. I think since I was born. And 2025 is coming to an end tomorrow. So just give us a recap of what happened this year here at the Barbie the channel.
Well, first of all, we want to thank God for allowing, as you said, the Barbuda channel to still be around. We have been around since early, as I said, since your child. We've been around for a very long time. But as we reflect back to 2025, it has really been a challenging year for us. In the sense that, honestly, I was on the verge of contemplating whether I close the station, the channel down. My traveling were taking most of my time, and also getting the support, the kind of support that you want to keep the channel going. But I remember during the election, the Barbuda Council election this year, I totally came to a place and I said, I'm not going to do anything. Honestly, I made up my mind that I would not be doing any covering of any election this year. But again, based that we are the local media house, many were depending on us. You look at our ABS, who is now our affiliate, and that's one of the plus for 2025. We have really committed ourselves to assisting ABS, to assisting Observer Radio and other media entity in Antigua with feeding them, and Crusader Radio, Point FM. We were able to be a help to them for this year. And especially our relationship with ABS, it really grew to a place that, we're in partnership to get information from Barbuda on our national station. And so for that election, we decided, and for the first time ever, we were given permission to carry the counting of the election night event live on Barbuda channel. And I'm telling you, all of the media houses were connected. And for that night on our platforms, which we were broadcasting on Barbuda channel and our YouTube channel, we also have really established the Barbuda channel YouTube page or channel, whatever you call it, for 2025. After that, I'm telling you, there have been an ultimate swing for Barbuda channel. Persons who never reach out to us, persons who have never asked to advertise and these kind of stuff, especially from Antigua, information was given about people wanted to know more about Barbuda channel. And so for the year, we will say one of our greatest accomplishment were having that night a team. It was myself, and I think my good friend there from the Electoral Commission, who's the PRO. Elisa, right? Elisa Graham, right? I know she's going to, we've been working for a number of years. I had Jason Mapp, Michael Joseph, and I think Sister Lashina was at the studio all night until the counting was finished. Sister Jamela was there, and Crusader Radio, as I said, Zizi was there, and we did the coverage together. And that was one of our greatest accomplishment. I'm being honest with you. So folks were able to listen to the count, be at home and celebrating throughout that counting process. And it was for the first time we were given that opportunity to cover. After that, we as I said, we were able to cover also the reconstitution of the Barbuda Council, which we have done for a number of years. And sometimes, and it's not that we are saying these things to look credits from persons, but sometimes persons will not And we did all this for free.
Right.
So I want folks to know this. Whatever we are doing as a team at the Barbie Channel, the council have never can say, and not that we want anything from them, because we're in partnership. This what we're doing at Barbie Channel is something that I feel I'm giving back to the community. This is how I'm giving back. I'm putting, and not I am, we have placed Barbuda on the international map. And that's what we continue to do. And now we have our Facebook page, we have our YouTube channel, and the setting up of the Barbuda Council, we did that covering again. Folks don't understand the kind of you are here with me, and so you know sometimes we doesn't get it all right all the time because we doesn't have the most sophisticated equipment. We lack cameras, we lack a lot of things, and folks can say yes, well, charge the people, we can, but how much will we be able to pay if we really should charge them? And so we don't mind, but we have also some good citizens who have really been a blessing to us. So with that, also, for this year, we were able to do a lot of, also we did the horse racing. And horse racing is something we have been doing for a number of years. And again, we resumed that through, again, Michael, Joseph, Jason Mapp. They were able to go to horse race and cover horse racing. Right? We want to do a lot more at horse racing, but persons got to understand also, when we show up, we want to make sure things are in place for us. Right? And things are properly in place. We know folks pay to do the horse racing, but we would hope that one of these days that we can do a live horse racing with proper commentary and all these kind of stuff, and they have also things that we can able to broadcast during the break, right? And so we want to thank also the horse racing committee. I want to say special thanks to the secretary of the Barbuda Council. I'm not going to, I'm not the pastor who dedicated when she was a baby, and I'm not I'm not her godfather, so I am not obligated to be fully known to her name at this time, but she knows who she is. Bless God for and the partnership that we have developed, and also to the chairman of the Barbuda Council. And that's the next thing also. From then, we moved to starting the chairman of council update. That's a program we used to do before. And for some reason, but with Mr. John Mussington, he's a good friend of mine. He was a part of Barbuda Channel from the inception. And, one of the things we paid him to do, the government used to pay him was to teach, which is to talk. So he loved doing that. I know he's good. And so we have started that program. Because I understand, they have village meeting. Yes, we understand. But we are now in a technological age that they can have their village meeting. But here is a platform that you can have Barbudans in the diaspora. Everybody cannot make it out to the meeting, but they can be at home, and they are truly, they can get connected. They can be a part of the meeting of what they're doing here. So those are some of the things. We have, as we said, the horse race, the chairman council update, and also we have been doing some, and one of the things we can say also, we have like the medical benefits scheme, the aid secretariat, the Social Transformation Ministry. They have been in great partnership with Barbuda Channel. So whenever they are having any event in Barbuda, they will call, we will do the updates, and they have been working through us. And so we have been having, and there are other areas, other teams and persons in Barbuda who have really seen the benefit of marketing what they're doing, right? So we have seen that. We have done our interviews. One of the things also, which I said, it have really Barbuda Channel, giving us a peak advantage, which we have to talk about it. Normally in years gone by, we would only carry funeral service for members of the Barbuda Council, are persons who have really been, in a way, very instrumental in our society. Not that everybody have played a vital role, but we were just doing it official funerals. But you know how COVID have taught us now persons cannot come and everybody want funeral stream, right? And it's not something we want to say we are celebrating. But for this year, Barbuda have succumbed to a lot of sudden death and a lot of funerals. And we here at Barbuda Channel, and I want to say special thanks to my wife, who have been doing the voiceovers for all the death announcements, and also then Sister Lashina now, who developed the announcement also with the pictures on the Facebook page, on the Barbuda Channel Facebook page. And then also, we offer to Barbudans free streaming of funerals here. So I want folks to know this. So you see us around the place, sometimes we have to be there hour before, 2 hours before. Every hour of the funeral that we have carried, we have not charged any of the families a dime for doing that. I want folks to know this. Not that we are looking for money, but people must know, because people think, oh, Francois, they're making big money. No, we are not. This is, again, I am giving back to the community. I want to see Barbudans get on the map. I want people to know about Barbuda. And so this is what we have been doing, and this is what I am doing, right? So any funeral, we don't wait something for them to go. We say, hey, we offer streaming, and we'll do this for you. You know what I do at times? For some of our young camera guys, come on, you can't have these young people. You know, I pay them out of my pocket to do the camera work, but I don't charge families. Folks will not know this. We have to tap up our phones, because it's not every church here that have internet. So I don't want to be biased on any but I hope they will give me a buy and a blessing for 2026. I must thank our people them from AP. So we tap up our APA phone and we stream from that phone. We use the internet, the hotspot, and stream our funeral on Facebook and YouTube without interruption. And again, let me say, I don't know if I had mentioned her, but if I didn't, special thanks to Sister Lashina, who is responsible for creating the Facebook page and what we do on our Facebook page. And that is a plus. So families can have that. So persons in the diaspora now can connect to the death announcement, can listen. And let me tell you, once we put up these things, within an hour, the views are over 1,000. Persons can be comfortable to hear. Sometimes, yes, we may, sometimes we had a one or two name pronounced wrong, and it's not. As I said, we are trying our utmost best. And the thing is, we make a little error somehow. But at the end of the day, our aim is to make sure what we do is excellence. And most of the persons around here, they don't get paid for these extra things that we do. We do them. I'm developing within the people around me an idea to understand everything is not about receiving money. Because you may say you want to pay. Payment come in different ways. And so we want to say for this year, so we look again, I must say special thanks to the Barbudan Go. If it's one non-profit organization that whatever they are having, they are connected with us. So we are able to cover the Barbuda Ocean, that's the name of it, Ocean Fest. Let me say Ocean Fest. That's what it is. And I must say special thanks to 3 young persons, and I've been around since the group started. Whatever they're having in Barbuda, and I have committed myself. There are some persons, you can wake me up at 3 a.m. I'll come. There are some I wouldn't move. I'll deliberately snow. But the Barbuda Go, they can call me at any, listen to me, they will call, oh, apostle. And they all know how to move different. I said them, we're in partnership. That's how I do things. Once I'm in connection, when we have a partnership, and whatever they have been having, I must commend them also. I must commend them for their partnership. They made sure that they also assist us in getting some grants. And make sure if a door open for them, they try to open the door for Barbuda Channel also to excel. And I must say special thanks. And I commend them earlier this year to Miss Cleopatra Isaac, Brandon Walker, and Asha Frank, right? And let me say to all, except Brandon, whose surname cannot change, I hope the other 2 for 2026, yes, turn up your TV high. You know that I don't have to, I'm tired calling you all same surname. Give me something new to call. Right. But that's just a joke. They know, But I must thank them, and thank also persons from Barbuda. We want persons to know that Barbuda Channel is not here as a profitable entity. If I was supposed to charge, listen to me, we would not have been in this place. But this is something I want Barbuda. There's some persons, yes, they make things hard. They don't want, and I'm being honest. There's some persons like, certain events, persons will come to me. Wait, you're not covering that event? Nobody tells us. We just cannot go and set up a camera. And sometimes I think persons should not allow their personal feelings to get into the way of other persons. And I will not be on a negative note today. Because we are saying, regardless of what, we are here. Barbuda Channel has been around for a number of years. And even after I decide that Codgington Village is no longer my resident, Barbuda Channel will still be around. Right? And so we have done so many things this year. And I want to say special thanks also to those who, as soon as Barbuda Channel put up something, they share. I must special mention also the devotional group. Whatever the devotional group they're having, they will come. And that's another group we are in partnership. It's like they are part owners of Barbuda Channel. There are some persons here, it's just like Barbuda Channel belongs to them. And that's how I want Barbudans to feel. Yes, I have been placed here to do a lot of things. I have been placed here to guide it. This is my hobby. I don't get a pay from Barbuda Channel. This is what I do for my hobby. This is a hobby. Doing the technical editing and camera and all this. This is what I do for fun. Right? Other people do it. This is what I do for fun. So I want people to understand this channel is not here for Francois. It's here for you, the people of Barbuda. We also, I think we did something this year with a group here in Barbuda. I think Michael just can help me with the name of the group. They had a launch of something. They had a show at Holy Trinity School. We were able to cover that. And also they had, I think, something for the Irma. So we work with groups. And that's a young group. So they're just getting on board with us. So we have to see how that relationship grows. I want to say special mention. Thank you very much. That's why I have all my helpers around. Color with Culture, they have been now partnering. I must say special thanks to the tall guy, I'm not going to call his name wrong, Rich Taylor, who we really work together, and he's a very positive, good young man, and I must thank God for him also. And also, I cannot not mention both schools in Barbuda. The Holy Trinity Primary School, the principal, Mrs. Charlene Harris, and also Mr. Rexford Harry from Sumac Chesney George. Whatever these schools are having, rest assured that Barbuda Channel will be broadcasting that event. Others in different areas of education, they don't feel that they need us. Well, we still appreciate them. But for those who open the doors, we walk into the doors. And so we want to say special thanks. We were also able to cover this year a gospel concert. As again, once you reach 50 Christmas time, and unlike yourself and Michael, Joseph and Sister Lash, who eat all. I don't eat that such, so my memory. But they had a concert here in March, and we were able to cover that concert live. Patricia Boyne, right? Yes. Boyne, right. We were able to cover that concert that night also. And let me tell you, that night alone, the views for that concert went to over just for the night, 3,000 persons watching this on Facebook. And again, we were able to Barbuda Channel team. And if you should ask the organizers, I'm not saying, we didn't charge them. And for those outside who can sit back and watch these events, hear me. Sometimes, this is what I want people to do sometimes. Show some appreciation. Honestly. Because not just for me, but for the camera guy that is standing up for 2 hours. So sometimes you go to an event and they have an event and they thank everybody else except Barbuda Channel. And sometimes, especially these younger guys, and we had an event recently, I think it was somewhere, and they say, but Pastor, they don't even thank are we? And I had to say to them, this is, even though I felt it for them. So that's what, sometimes you're watching the live and you say everything else. You don't have to thank Francis, thank the team. Just recently, sometimes we have our hiccups and I'm trying to train the team. There's a lot going on behind. Well,
There's a lot that goes on.
there's a lot goes on behind the scenes. So sometimes one little hiccups. And the folks around Abundant Life, all of them normally said, they said, my equipment only respond to me.
It's true.
So even they're giving trouble, as soon as I shop, everything seems to work. So, but I thank God. So, Star, this has been a great year for us. And, yeah, this has been a great year for us. And I want to thank the persons who have worked behind the scenes. Sister Jamela, sometimes I'm not here, and you have to be on the phone, and yes, you got to do it, and it's not an easy. It's not easy working with me when I'm not here. We want to get it right. I want to thank Sister Jamela Biza. I want to thank Brother Neil George, amen, and Jason Mapp. They have lived with me, and our quarreling is not argumentative. They know, hey, we have to get it right. And yes, and I thank God for them, right? We are also able to cover weddings. And even weddings, we don't charge. So I want folks to know. So some of you say, but how do you make it? Listen to me, it's relationship. I have learned over my years, money is not everything. Money answereth all things, but money is not everything. And I thank God, which I wouldn't call some names right now, of some persons who I could just call on them. And they are there to support. The names I would not call because they don't want me to call their names, and for special reasons I would not. Right? But we have some great friends right here in Barbuda and outside of Barbuda that they're very supportive to Barbuda channel. So Jason Mapp, Neil George. I want to thank also Achazia. When I'm not here, everybody will say, make sure Achazia show up. Listen to me. I have never, and I must publicly say this, met a young lady who, Achazia came to Barbuda channel. She was a part of the church, so I saw her one day in church and I said, can you just stand up here and mix this for me? The other week, Achazia didn't wait for me to call her. She came early, she sat in the seat, and there was nowhere in me I could have said to her, and that is since Achazia was in primary school. Achazia finished secondary school, about to finish college. What folks have to learn, and what I have learned over the years, where I developed, if you're part of something, if your heart is not in it, you will never give your best. And I must do special thanks to Achazia. And Achazia, even sometimes I want to bless Achazia. She does not take finances. She doesn't want to pay. Not that we don't pay. But again, she this is her passion. Again, Sister Lashina, in my absent away from Barbuda, to make sure, we had a little problem with the electricity. If you remember Stanford 2020 cricket, I don't know how old you were. I don't know if you were born as yet. You was a little girl, right? It was very good. And then every time someone make a duck, the duck will bow his head and pass over and just go with the bat off the screen, and everybody you make a duck. After I think I was away for about 2 to 3 weeks, and I came back here. When I came back, I saw Sister Lashina like, oh my God. If I stayed 1 month, she would have bowed out. And then she said to me, Apostle, I don't know how you do this. What folks don't know, a lot of things are wrong here. And sometimes people just said, tell us, to be honest, I don't know how I get it fixed. But because it's my passion, so sometimes I may do something, ask me what I did, I don't know, but it works. And if it works, I leave it right there because I don't touch it. So sometimes, and I want to thank God for people like Lashina, also, to my wife who really work hard behind the scene. I can allow me to do these things, right? So for 2025, we really accomplish a lot, and we want the people from Barbuda, those in the diaspora. I want to say special thank also to a young man, Charlie. I don't think that's his name. But I know his Facebook name is Charlie Chuck or something like that. But I want to call his right name. Sean Charles. For his NGO that have donated the computer. I think something we had a storm or something. And it hit out our main computer. And I think closing out last year, Sean were able to donate a computer that is like a gaming computer that is efficient and effective to broadcast the Barbuda channel. Because we are a channel, for those who don't know, we are on CTV Channel 6. I cannot end this, but I'm thanking Mr. Purcell, Bird, and Lennox, and the folks there at CTV. At times when we are down, they are quick to say, hey, get it up and get us back on the track. So I must say special thanks to them. And everyone else, our sponsors, ACB, State Insurance, State, ACB, and some other persons, Environment, Ministry of Health, a lot of different persons who really advertise with us. So I think that's 2025 was a great year, and we accomplished much.
So one of the things that you forgot to mention was the apprenticeship program that you currently are running here with the Barbuda channel. And I must say, Apostle, I have been here for maybe 2 weeks with them. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you do it. Dealing with children, I'm not going to lie. Yes, I have the grace to deal with babies and toddlers. But when it comes to teenagers, I necessarily don't have the grace. So, yes, I was a teenager when I was here at the first apprenticeship program. So tell us, how do you do it?
Okay. Everything you do in life, sometimes you don't start with a calling and you have to have a passion. It starts with having a passion. Basically, a little child growing up, we want to become a nurse, a teacher, a nurse, a teacher. That passion. If they continue in that footstep, when they become that teacher, they're going to do it because they want to do it. If so I'm not saying, so over the years, like when your team started, and I must thank again the Barbuda and Go. So you see the relationship. Amen. And now this apprenticeship program, also, it is in collaboration with the Barbuda and Go. And I must say, we have some great youths at this time. They're really awesome. And you will help me with their names. I think we have
Kadalia, Jonathan, Elena, we have Kiara, Shamar, and
Shuzani,
and
Peyton, and I think that's it.
Yeah,
right. And the thing is, also, what I'm seeing from this team is the passion. Mm-hmm. But children will always be children. Mm-hmm. And one of the things sometimes, none of us born able to walk. Somebody had to help us. So what I've learned, just like you said, you were a teenager, you were young also. Somebody had to guide you. Somebody had to help you. Somebody, And I remember one time, and I said this as a joke, we were doing a live coverage. You all didn't understand my simple setup. And I came, literally one Sunday, we were doing a live coverage somewhere, and nobody can, because you all think if you're locked, not realizing if you're locked off the TV, everything locked down. And I fired the entire apprenticeship team. I said, you all go home. I suspend everybody. So all everybody have. So what did you all came back, you all understand, boy, we didn't know. But if we work with our young people, if we understand, every person need a second chance. Every person need an opportunity in life. Always make sure, and this is what I've learned, somebody had to give me an opportunity. Why? When I went to my first radio broadcast was in Antigua, was on ZDK. You know what I use as a microphone? Tell me. A headphone. So I used the headphone, put it in the microphone part of the radio, and I was preaching, and it sung really bad. Mm-hmm. Somebody had to help me. When I started my television program, Mr. Trevor Parker, at ABSC, people will criticize, oh, he can't move. Some people tell me, you're signing up to stiff, they don't understand a meal alone, so he can't move, and oh, your head to this, they don't understand. But somebody gave me an opportunity. Somebody bear with my inexperience and my inability. Somebody bear with that. So now I have moved to a different direction. I must deal with somebody inability. But sometimes everybody just want to have people that is all perfect around them, all good around them. It doesn't work like that. So I am happy for this youth apprenticeship. We have a couple more weeks to go. Yes, at times they carry up my blood pressure. But the thing is, we all develop a relationship. And they're all excited. If you call them and you tell them, come, they all show up early. Which means they love what they're doing. So I cannot treat them in a arrogant way. No. So I appreciate. And what we're doing with this apprenticeship, just like yourself, Star, if we talk about your story, right? You got this opportunity. There's no idea. I don't know if you ever dreamed, you've ever thought, anybody ever told you, you will end up in Iowa. You are doing, and that's the thing some people don't understand me. Everything I do, I think about it 20 times. And also what I do, you have to be strategic. So I realize here's somebody coming, a professor, at this, at that.
We didn't even know he was a professor.
Right. But he was a pastor, but they're coming from overseas. So you always try to impress people. Always. And so I said to you, hey, let's do the news. So they can see. I don't know if it was you who did the interview or myself who did the interview. I did the interview. You did the news after. And I made sure that they stayed there to see you doing the news. And the guy was so impressed that were able to give you that very moment a what? A scholarship. You understand this? So sometimes when I tell people, show up here, do this here, people think you're trying to control them. No, you got to be strategic. And let me share this. I'm not in a preaching mood right now, but let me tell you this. The Queen of Sheba came to visit Solomon. When she came, she brought gift. She sat there and she watched, she observed. When she was about to leave, she said to Solomon, wow, I heard about you. And half of what I heard, you are way above that. And she saw how the people around Solomon saw him. Solomon was rich, but the Queen of Sheba blessed Solomon. You are trying to go through to get in to do something else. But here it is, an opportunity came and we maximize the moment. A lot of people, listen to me, you got to be wise. The Bible never said prayer is the principal thing. Wisdom is the principal thing. That's why sometimes you see unsaved people who are not in church. They are advancing because they use wisdom. Understand this. So you have to know how to be strategic and maximize moments. So when opportunity shows up, that's it. So we maximize the moment. Now you had 4 years in Iowa living in ice. Praise the Lord, that wasn't me. I thank God for that. Right? Yep. And now look at this. All because of an apprenticeship program. So we are happy for the team, and this is also to bring forth, let the youths in Barbuda know that there is something other than just, basic media also is something you can advance with. So we are happy for that program. I thank God for the Barbudan Go and all the persons they're connected with. I also thank God for the Ocean Club. They also sponsored for a couple of years. And also there was another team from, I can't remember, outside of Antigua who blessed us first, and we thank God for them. But this is a program we hope to continue in years to come.
Okay. All right, well, Apostle, what is next to come? Because we are ending the year tomorrow. Where do you see Barbuda Channel going in 2026?
Right. I'm so happy that you asked that question, because Barbuda Channel must come to a place now. And honestly, your father was one of my first camera personnel before you were born. Jason, Peter Coffey. We would go to function and stand up, drink some water, and that's it. Nobody. We get excited to do this. It wasn't paid. This is a different generation. Yes, we have said this, and now that we're going to pressure Barbadan, but we have to start to look for ways to create opportunity, like, whether we have look for sponsorship and we want folks to advertise with us, sponsor programs. So for 2025, we know you are here, Star, and we want to train the others. The first thing we want to make sure we start for 2025 is a Barbuda, for 2026 is the Barbuda local news update, which will be aired twice a week. So from the second week in January, we want to be able to have Barbuda local news update. That Barbuda local news update, we will be working in collaboration with the council and different groups in Barbuda, as long as getting our news. We will also hope to launch the Barbuda Abundant Life Media website page, that we will have a portal, a news portal, and that news portal will be updated. The Barbuda channel Facebook page will be updated every day with news flash from the second week in January. Right? We are at a place now at Barbuda channel which we have to expand. And we're at a place that you can ask the cameraman to move around and see. But before we end, we will do that. And we will make it work somehow. So they see what we're going to do. Where we are is very small. We have space upstairs, which we want to move upstairs by March. We want to get out of this here and have the television studio much more, everything set up. Right now we need, we just bought our middle camera. Show me I know it's showing a kind of a way, but what you got to do is to go to the page, the second camera. Right. That camera there. Right. So we just bought that camera, less than 200 US. And now you can turn back on us and show us that shot. Right. If you go where we set it up from, you can just pull it forward a little and we'll get out that little glitch between there. If you can't leave it, right. So if you know this camera is showing real, is a 4K it says, right? 4K, less than 200 US. Those of you who have been enjoying Barbuda channel, especially if you're in the diaspora, this is 200, 300 US will give us a nice camera, right? A very nice camera. And we want more of those. So when we have in-studio interview, we don't have to unplug and plug up, then we have to go out. So we want to be able to have these small cameras set up in the studio, and so we just do what we have to do. We're also looking at PTZ cameras, which that is a different course. If somebody have, my girl can tell me, or you can Google it before the program finish. If we have 3 PTZ camera, along with the control and everything, that's about $1,000 US. We can also able to cover, even, what do they call it, funeral better. We can able to cover in-studio stuff better. And those are remotely controlled. So we want to improve on our quality. We need proper pin-on mics, right? And those we have, but those are very outdated. Ancient. So we want to update on those. And I start looking, like yesterday I ordered, we also have a wireless system. So if you notice all these cables, you want to stop using them. And so there are things which we need, right? $2,000 US, right? What is that? Give me okay, let me see, right? Yeah, $1,500 US can give us a nice PTZ, especially in studio, where one person can control and do everything real nice. And so we want to improve that. So we want to have the news, they can look forward. The Barbuda Council update, we are going to be having that program And what is the Barbuda Council update? There's a lot of people in Barbuda, they don't know a thing, not in a bad way. They don't know nothing about the Barbuda Council. What is the role of the council? What are the council responsibilities? How the council function? What is the role of the chairman? What is the role of the secretary? So along with myself and Mr. John Mussington, we are putting together a program with Barbuda Council. So there are persons outside of Barbuda don't even understand how council work. They hear about council, but they don't understand. We need to, people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. You can only appreciate something when you know the value and the worth. And so we will be doing that. I am also going to work along with the Barbuda Affairs Department, that they also will connect with Barbuda Council. So if the government have something for Barbuda, yes, you can go on their national station, but they must respect that Barbuda have a local entity. They can come to us. The Barbuda Affairs Minister or somebody, whoever is up us, can come and speak to Barbudan. I want to be able, I'm not going to say we can do it every month because I know, but even I know you can say, well, when I talk about Antigua, Barbuda is one state, but Barbuda is an island by itself. So I'm hoping also, I did it already, I did it more than once where I had the Prime Minister doing, I'm hoping that for 2026, we can have, and I'm not saying because, there are some things we're going to do later, that we can have him on one of our programs, specifically dealing with things in Barbuda. So we have that. We're also going to have a youth voice, a program that deals with youths. Let the youth speak. Let the youth talk. Right? Twice every month, we will be having live from Barbuda, whereby on a Saturday morning, we'll either go to the ferry dock, we will go to Madison, we'll go to where my good friend and my sister, Shamalita, what's her name? Shamalita. Hope I get it right. Shamalita, close to her place there, and we can say, this is what life is like in Barbuda. We can go to in front of Lilling shop, see, and broadcast live from this. So people can say, wow, look at that beautiful picture that, we're in the way. But what I can ask my production person to do while I'm talking, just put up the image of the picture alone, just highlight it so folks can see how beautiful. Amen. But right, that's a beautiful picture. That's our fisheries department. Close to that is a law school. This is beautiful Barbuda. Right? So we want to be able to go to various spots, and this is just a little, and showcase that. Doing that, we also want to showcase the talents in Barbuda. Right. So while we're on the road, you're going to have somebody doing poetry, playing the pan. I just understand that there's some young guys in Barbuda who just started a little band
called the Booyard Band.
The Booyard Band. We want to be able to showcase, because it is about the culture, the talent of Barbuda. Let people know what is taking place in Barbuda. Right? So for 2025, and also one of the things, 2026, yeah. What we're going to be focusing on is, I want to do a program that deals with parenting. Parenting. We have to deal with parenting and family. So that's a program we're going to start. And also Barbuda history. You sat with Mr. Randolph Biza recently, and he shared the history of Barbuda. I want to be able to sit with other of our elderlies, get the information. Tell us why Tufut Bay named Tufut Bay. If you should ask half of Barbuda, they don't even know if they know why Tufut Bay they call Tufut Bay. And the history behind of that. So we want to be able to, we did it before, we have started, but we need to complete this. This is going to take money. This is going to take that we need some more cameras. This is going to take that we have to pay somebody to edit these things. To edit these things, it takes time. So we will need Barbudans to say, I want to sponsor this program. The money is not coming to me. The money, if you don't have to send us money, you can say, hey, this is going into something. I want to sponsor a camera. I want to do this. This is what we want to hear from you. You have enjoyed Barbuda channel. This is what we want that help. So this year, along with you, I don't know how long you have here with us, Star, but everything you come, I don't know how long. I don't know how long, but the thing is, we don't want people who come to Barbuda channel, they come is a going through. And we thank God for persons like you who always going to return. But as long as you're here and others, and we have the youths we're training, we have great plans for 2026.
All right. Well, Apostle, that was a mouthful. That was a mouthful. And I just want to appreciate you, just say thank you for all the work that you have done here in Barbuda, especially for the Barbuda channel, especially after Irma when we were trying to revitalize it. And we've seen the growth from 2018 to now. So I personally want to say thank you to you and wish you on the best endeavors with the youths and for how long I have here as well. But before we go, what is the last thing that you want to say to Barbudans right now who are watching?
Let me say this. First of all, I'm not here to be like or be loved. I'm not a politician. But I have a vision and a mandate. I'm sent to Barbuda on an assignment since 1996. Not to please people, but to please God. What I'm doing here, what we do for Barbuda. And let me even say this. 2025, and maybe the Abundant Life Church Board may fire me. 2025, ABS didn't make it for Caribana, and they wanted coverage. We had to send persons to cover. And while so we are not right, well. And right. So we are not saying this. I'm not listening, and I want people to understand this also. Because of my belief in Jesus Christ, the assignment of God in my life, there's certain place I don't go. But can I tell us something? I am not promoting, when I say I'm promoting these things, but listen to me. Some of these things have been around before me and you born. And they will still be around. And if there will always be a section, and our duty here, my mandate to CTV is to showcase informative, educational, cultural, religious events here in Barbuda. And that's one of the things we did here for 2025. You know, I thank God for Jason. I'm honestly telling you. Say what you want to say. Say whatever anybody. Jason have been around me from, he know the struggles. And when history should be written in Barbuda, I ask, I don't want nobody to applaud me. I'm not here to listen. I don't want no award from nobody. Nobody never approach me, but you want to honor me. Don't do that. I don't want that. I'm not here to look honor. I don't want no honor from nobody. I don't want nobody to say, oh, you're doing. No, I don't want that. I don't look for that. You know what I do here is for my two sons. That's what people miss. And when I stand before God, I want him to say to me, well done. So it's not about money. I want Barbudan to understand, I'm not here to be loved. I don't matter what you think about me. But I'm here to put the island of Barbuda on an international map. That what people should be able to sit. I was just in St. Vincent last week. And I'm going to, what the place name? I'm going to Kingston. Wait, I just watch you. You're the pastor from Barbuda, right? Yeah, I just watch it when y'all come on Barbuda channel. Okay, I said. And I have to act like I know the lady from since we went, And you go to Antigua. I was just speaking to Bishop Henry today. And he's saying to me, sometimes he in tongue walking, he say, yeah, I just watch you on Sunday morning on Barbuda TV. So the thing is, I want Barbudans to know, if this channel fail, it's not me, it's not you. If it succeed, it's not me, it's not you. And can I tell us something? This is not for Francois. This is for Barbuda. And what we have done with Barbuda channel, there was never a time you had setting up a council anywhere. People are watching it. And I will never forget this. When Peter Coffey was the first camera guy, we had one camera, went and recorded the setting up. From then, the Barbuda Council, what they call it, setting up, and whatever name they give, have always been, and we broadcast that event live. Say what you want to say about the Honorable Trevor Walker, right? I must say special thanks to him. Sometimes, like I know the setting up of council, I can call him, Mr. Walker, you can't set up on the 18th because I'm traveling. You can, and he worked, okay, so which date is good? And I'm not saying I'm doing this to manipulate, because the technical side of things, I want to be there because he called for a lot. And we don't have much person doing the technical stuff. And I must say special thanks to him at this time. He's one of the guys I can call on last minute. So Walker, boy, we are short. We need to make up to buy a camera, something. He never said no. And so I want folks to know, it's not about Francois. Listen to me. I've been in Barbados since 1996. And I dictate when I move. When God send me here, and when God tell me move, I move. Not man. Do I want to move tomorrow? Yes. But God never said that to me. So until God tell me, you will see my face. And I want folks to know my assignment here is to put Barbuda and the international in every aspect. Whatever any channel can do, we also can do it. Right now, we have been broadcast now on our YouTube channel. So if you don't want to have Facebook, go to YouTube. You're seeing this. I was saying this morning that we want to be able to broadcast this event. And whether I need to find another social media platform that we can go. Because we can almost broadcast on fight, but we have to get the internet. I must say, I not forget someone. APUA. And to Miss Reynolds, I'm not going to call her first name, but listen to me. Miss Reynolds, I say special thanks to you. The support she has offered to us this year is second to none. We have relationship with state insurance. Great relationship. Medical benefit. You know your part. We have great persons there. And we want persons to know. Barbie the channel, it belongs to you the people. Don't deprive yourself or anyone of having this access to this channel. Whether they're having horse race, remind us of the date. I'm not into horse race, so I will not know. But remind us. We have assigned persons to do these events. And we want persons to know. Our assignment is to really get. I must say special thanks to Yannick Beezer. That's his name, right? Yannick. I know he's going to say, how made me forget his name. Well, I asked him for some money he made recently. He didn't give me any. So if I forget his name, that's good. Had a big job on Facebook making money at a big place and he didn't give me none. I asked him this morning. But Yannick is a brother. Say what you want to say about Yannick. Me and Yannick, we argue, we curse, we fight. When we finish fight, we put back ourselves and we walk out. We develop a relationship. Thanks to the Independence Committee in Barbuda, we cover the parade all the time. So we are here, Barbuda. And to everyone on this island, thank you. Thank you. Let this, and we forget also, I know, Fitzroy Warner, I can't miss him. For the first time this year, they had a town hall meeting, and we were able to cover the town hall meeting for sports and cover it. What I want to see back, I want to see sports. I want to see live basketball. Barbudans have talent. And I want to see the youths of Barbuda be shown and showcased so the world can see the talent we have here on this island. So, Star, I want to let folks know that we've blessed God for you. And some of the things that I used to do, I will tell people. The interviews, I am stepping back a little. There is so much for me to do. And I must know when the time has come to pass the baton over. And I feel the time has come not just to yourself, but to others, right? That I'm passing certain responsibilities, interviews. You just did an awesome live link up with ABS on Christmas Eve. We will continue that relationship with ABS, and we want to do a lot more with ABS, our national station, 2026. And so, Star, as you continue to go forward, I hope that it's not, I'm here I will always be here. I will still be on at times. But I just want to offer technical part of it while you showcase your face, right? I know you're still young. I don't have to show my face again, amen. And I hope this will help you in time to come, that if you don't have a fiancé as yet, you get a wonderful husband just by being it. Just like you get a scholarship, you can get a wonderful husband for 2026, amen. So you're somebody who can help your father tend the sheep and the goat. I know he's home and he's saying he can't wait for me to finish. But that's how we do it. Listen to me, I love this island. I love Barbuda, and hear me, 2026, it's going to be greater. But let me say this in closing. I know I talk a lot. My wife, I know when I go home, she's going to say, wait, you don't understand the interview me to do? Barbudans, 2026 have been a year that is like 2025. You wake up and you ask yourself, what news? I pray that for 2026, we don't have to do as much funeral as 2025. But I want to encourage Barbudans. Tomorrow, we have 8 churches. Find yourself, listen to me, find yourself in one of those churches. I'm being honest with you. And I'm not going to say, because this is not a spiritual interview. Find yourself in one of those churches. And for that, Star, on behalf, thank God for you, thank God for everybody, everyone who have been a support to me. I hope I didn't forget nobody's name who is a part of the team. I hope not. To my 2 sons, Ezekiel and Timothy, because sometimes they have to be running about doing things and picking up stuff and clearing stuff for us. Thank you to everyone that have been a help to us. Special thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Apostle. And like Apostle said, thank you to everyone who has supported Barbuda Channel from back in the days to now. We really appreciate you. And 26 is going to be a great year. We are professing that it's going to be a great year, and you're going to see a lot of new things at our face for a while. So until we come here, my name is Star George. You have a great afternoon. Thank you.